ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। ओम सदाशिव समारंभां शंकराचार्य मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वंदे गुरु परंपरां। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। हरि ओम। In today's 12th episode of the Vision of Vedanta, we've been looking into Tatwabodha by Sri Adi Sankaracharya. So in the last few sessions, we saw about the different koshas that we have, different sheets, SHEATH, sheets or layers of our personality, layers of our physical body and our emotional personality, our intellectual personality, called the Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha. In the very beginning, Sri Adi Shankaracharya ji spoke about Atma when he said, what is Atma? Panchakosha Atitaha. So he said, what is Atma kaha? Stula, Sukshma, Karana Sharirat, Vyatiriktaha. Atma or I, the word, the single word that refers to Atma is I. And this I, the I that I call myself as I and the you that you call yourself as I, it is beyond the Stula Sharira, the gross body, the subtle body and the causal body. It is beyond the Panchakosha Atitaha. So, like it is beyond the 5 layers of our personality. And Avastha Tre Sakshi. We saw what is the Stula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira and the Karana Sharira. We saw what are the Panchakoshas. The Atma is not all this. And the Atma is also not the Avastha Trayam. It is only the Sakshi or the witness of the 3 states. We saw that also, the Jagrad Avastha, the waking state, Swapna Avastha or the dream state and the Sushupti Avastha, the deep sleep state. So all this have been explained. And Satchidananda Swarupaha San. So in the next chapter, the term Sat Chit Ananda will be explained. Swarupaha San. Yes Tishtati Sa Atma. So the Atma is Satchidananda Swarupa. Its nature is Sat Chit Ananda. And it is not the 5 layers of our personality. It is not the 3 states of waking, dream and deep sleep. And it is not the Stula Shariram, the gross body. It is not the subtle body. It is not the causal body. The faster we realize this, the better for us. Because when we are thinking, I am the gross body, or I am the subtle body, or I am the causal body, all the modifications that come to these will become my modifications, and I enjoy greatly or suffer greatly as a result of that. If I am thinking the daytime is my time, the dream time is not mine, or the deep sleep time is not my time, then the modifications caused by this in my emotional setup will hurt me, will disturb my peace. At the same time, whether it is, I think, on the physical body, the prana, the vital body, the mind body, the intellectual body, and the bliss body. If I identify myself with all these five, then whatever modifications, everything is subject to, all these five parts of our being are subject to modifications. Whatever modifications that happen, I will also be affected by that. So, at the end of it, there is a note of, we can say, caution. So, as long as what is not Atma, after explaining all these, the three layers of our, the three different types of bodies, the three different states of our experiences, and the five layers of our body, after experiencing this, after explaining this, Sri Adi Sankaracharya tells us in one verse, in a few lines, what is not Atma. So, what is not Atma? The whole gamut of what is not I is explained in these words. Madiyam Shariram, Madiyaha Pranaha, Madiyam Manascha, Madiya Buddhihi, Madiyam Ajnanam, Iti Svenaiva Jnayate Tadyatha Madiyatvena Jnatam Kataka Kundala Grihadikam Swasmat Bhinnam Tatha Panchakoshadikam Swasmat Bhinnam Madiyatvena Jnatam Atmana Bhavati. Whatever is not mine is not I. Simple. Madiyatvena Jnatam. So whatever is not mine, whatever I know as mine is not mine actually. Meaning, it's not I. My mobile phone, my water bottle, my mic, my idol, my lamp, my peacock feathers, my picture of Krishna and Arjuna, everything is an object. Whatever I point, my orange wall hanger, everything that I point out as my is not I. It's simple grammar. It is my and it is not I. So whatever I say mine is my and not I. It's a very simple grammar, but this grammar gives us a very great truth. Madiyam Sharir. So just like these objects, I keep saying Madiyam Shariram, my body. We do not say in English grammar, we do not say I body is coming. We say my body is hurting, my body is doing, my mouth is speaking, part of the body. Madiyam Shariram, my body. Then in the body, there are 5 different types of vital airs. They are the pranamaya, and so they are the prana, apana, samana, vyana, and udana. Madiyaha pranaha. Madiyam, plural is madiyaha, 5 pranas. They are my 5 vital modifications of the vital breath. Madiyaha pranaha. Then I have a mind. It is not I mind, but it is my mind. Madiyam manahacha. This manas is neuter gender. Madiyam manascha. Then Madiyaha buddhihi. Intellect also is referred to as mine, my intellect. It is not I intellect, it is my intellect. Madiyaha buddhihi. Then I don't know. It's called ajnanam. What ajnanam? What ignorance? I don't know who I am. Madiyaha ajnanam. I don't know who I am is a thought that I have in my head. I have a thought. It is not I thought, but it is my thought. And this thought is the thought of ignorance. Madiyaha madiyam ajnanam iti svenaiva. By myself, I keep telling, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. This thought of ignorance is mine. Tad yatha madiyatvena jnatam. Everything that I know as mine. How is it? Kataka. This is my bangle. Imaginary bangle. This is my bangle. It is not I bangle, but it is my bangle. It is my earring. Kundala. Kataka. Kundala. Then Griha. It is my house. It is not I house. I don't say I'm staying in I house. I'm staying in my house is what I say. My ashram, my house, my office, building, griha adikam, adi, my car, my scooter, my bike, my watch, my book. It is not I book, it is not I watch, it is not I scooter, it is not I car, it is not I house. Of course we have, it is iPad, iPhone, and then whatever I's we have these days. It has been, some Vedantic knowledge has gone inside naming those objects like that to increase the market value. We like ourselves the most. So everything is called iPad, iPhone, iWatch, and all those things. My, it is my. Swasmat bhinnam, whatever is different from me, whatever I don't associate with myself, I don't call I, but I call mine. Swasmat bhinnam. I am here, everything is different from me. Swasmat bhinnam. Tatha pancha kosha adikam. 5 koshas. The Annamaya kosha. This is my Annamaya kosha. This is my body. This is not I body. This is my body. Annamaya kosha. Then Pranamaya kosha. This is my state of prana. This is not I prana, I apana, I vyana, I udana, I samana. It is my prana, my apana, my vyana, my udana, my samana. Because everything has got modifications. Pancha koshadikam. Then we say, we don't say I mind is upset. We say my mind is upset. We don't say I mind is happy. We say my mind is happy. We don't say I intellect is brilliant or I intellect is dull. We say my intellect is brilliant, my intellect is dull. We don't say we don't say I am joy. We say I experience joy. We don't say I am sorrow, but we say I experience sorrow. So I am different, all these are different. The body, the breath, the mind, the intellect, and our experiences are all different. Swasmat bhinnam madiyatvena jnatam. Whatever I know as mine or belongs to me is not Atma, is not I. As I said in the beginning, this is very simple grammar. We don't say I mobile phone, we say my mobile phone. Suppose when children are there, I is teaching, I is going to school, the child will talk in wrong grammar. Then the person will correct that child. No, I am going to school. It is not mine's miss. Whose pencil is this? Mine's. They sometimes say, I pencil miss. Small children will say. So the teacher will say, not I pencil, but my pencil. This is not mine's, but this is mine. So they teach like that. In the same way, Bhagavan Sri Adi Sankaracharya is conveying a very great truth by teaching us to speak or understanding the grammar that we speak. When we say mine, when we say something belongs to me, that is not I. Simple as that. Atma yat madiyatvena jnatam. Whatever is different from me, this body doesn't seem to be different from me. We identify ourselves as the body and but even though we identify as ourselves, we don't say I body, we say my body. So whatever you call as mine or mine is not Atma, is not I. So then the next question is Atma tarhi kaha. That is the next chapter. Atma tarhi kaha sat chit ananda swarupaha. So then what is Atma? What is I? Sat chit ananda swarupaha. Rupa means form. Swarupa means the essence. The form is plastic. The whole thing, the whole plastic that this container is made of is the swarupa of this bottle. The form is a laptop screen, but the swarupa is the material with which this is made. Maybe the LED screen, but it looks like some plastic material, which looks like a plastic tray or something. That is the swarupa. So the rupa is the form, the swarupa is the content. The rupa is the outline, the swarupa is what is contained in it, the content. So what is our content? We are not, our form may be the body, the rupa may be the body. But what is the content of the body is Sat, Chit, Ananda. The house is the rupa. The content of the house, which is the person occupying the house, is the swarupa. And that swarupa is Sat, Chit, Ananda. What is the Sat, Chit, Ananda? Sri Adi Sankaracharya ji explains very beautifully in the next few lines. Sat kim. What is Sat? Kalatrayepi tishtati iti Sat. What is Sat? Kalatrayepi. In the past tense, in the present tense, and in the future tense. Whatever exists is called Sat. Okay, Sat means is. When we say this water bottle is existing. This mobile phone is existing. This clock, the time is showing past tense, but it is existing. The tissue paper is existing. The book is existing. The microphone is existing. The television is existing. The YouTube channel is existing. I am existing. They are existing. So everything in this universe is existing. This existence has been in the past. In the past also there was existence. Rama, Krishna, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Shiva, Gurus, the Pretas, Bhutas, Siddhas, Kinnaras, Charanas, Vidyadharas, Manushyas, everybody have been existing in the past. Trees, plants, animals, the earth has been existing since time immemorial. Water has been existing since time immemorial. It is existing right now. It will exist in the future. But earth, water, fire, air, and space also have got relative existence. It is just an example to show what is Sat. Sat is the nature of I. What is the nature of I? Who am I? I am the one that existed in the past. I am the one that is existing in the present moment, and I am the one that will exist in the future. So there is no death for I. When there is no death for I, and I know it surely, and I am very much clear about it, and I abide in that knowledge, I am free from fear. Vedanta, every other subject will give us some knowledge. Vedanta's main role in our life is to remove fear, remove sorrow, remove grief. Nothing else can do this, only Vedanta can do this. So, what is Sat? Kalatraye api tishtati iti Sat. Sat is I, and who am I? I exist in all three periods of time. I existed in the past, I exist now, and I exist in the future. In fact, there is no past and future. There is always the present in which I am existing always, ever. Tishtati iti Sat. And then we have the next. We said, Atma Tarihi Kaha Satchidananda Swarupaha. So, what is Sat? That has been explained. Now, what is Chit? Chit Kim. What is Chit? Jnana Swarupaha. Chit is Jnana. It is a form of thought. It is a form of knowledge. So, what is Jnana? I know this mobile phone exists, Sat. I exist, Sat. I know this mobile phone. The knowledge, the mobile phone, the form of the phone, the content of the phone, and this, the rays of from my eyes, the rays of consciousness through my eyes fall on the mobile phone. The rays report back the information back to the eyes through light. It hits the eyes, the retina, the pupils. It is registered in the mind. A thin veil behind the eyes of consciousness is there. It falls on that, and the knowledge. This is a mobile phone. The thought is there in my mind. The thought is there in my mind that this is a mobile phone. And this is called, what is it called? Chit. Chit means I know something. I have the thought. I am talking to a Swami. So the thought that I am talking to a Swami is there in my mind. That is called Chit. And that thought is called Chit or Jnana Swarupaha. Everything in this world we know only as a thought. We know only in the form of Jnana. There is a chair. I know there is a chair because how do I experience the chair? As a knowledge, as a thought in my mind. I experience the table as a thought in my mind. There is a lamp there. I experience that lamp as a thought in my mind. There is an idol of Sri Krishna there. I experience that idol as a thought in my mind. That is called Chit. Jnana Swarupaha. Chit Kim Jnana Swarupaha. Sat Kim, I am. Life. Life is existence. That is Sat. And that life, in that life, thoughts are experienced. That is Chit. And then, in that life, the third thing, which is the quality of that Atma, is Ananda. That is also experience. So, Anandaha Kaha. What is Ananda? What is bliss? Sukhaswarupaha. I am comfortable. I am happy. I am joyful. So this I, which is also thought or knowledge, is also happiness or bliss. All these three qualities put together is called the Atma. The nature of the Atma. It is not the Atma. It is the quality or the nature of the Atma. Atma means that thought, the description of that. Satchitananda Swarupaha. So that description is Atma. And the content of the description is, what is it? Kalatrayepi tishtati iti sat. Life exists in all three periods of time. In Neanderthal age, life was there. During the time of Rama and Krishna, life was there. Now life is there. In future also life will be there. There is no time in this universe when life was not. That is the meaning of Sat, existence. Life is. Chit, life manifests as thought. Life manifests as knowledge. The ability to know everything is because of that presence of life within. I know the thought of mobile phone. I know that I'm running out of breath. I know that I'm feeling hungry and I want food. I know that I want to do this work. That knowledge is being supported by life, existence, Chit, Jnana, Swarupaha. I know that I don't know is also being supported by Sat, which is existence in all three periods of time. Without that Sat, there is no thinking, there is no existence possible without existence. Existence is the base for existence. Without existence, we cannot exist. Nothing can exist in this universe. Anandaha kaha. What is joy? Sukha swarupaha. I am not happy because of this. I am not happy because of promotion. I am not happy because somebody spoke something nice to me, about me. I am not happy because somebody praised me. I am not happy because I got something tasty to eat, which I like. I am happy because I am life. Because I am existence, and that existence is here, I am happy. The happiness is experienced in existence, and the happiness is not in the object that I experience. Sukhaswarupaha. Evam, the next one, conclusion. Evam Satchidananda Swarupam Swatmanam Vijaniyat. So, Bhagavan Sri Adi Sankaracharya ji says, Vijaniyat, know, evam, in this manner, I, Swatmanam, my own self. Who am I? If I ask the question, who am I? I am Sat, I am Chit, I am Ananda Swarupa. My own essence is Sat, which means I exist in all three periods of time. I am life that is present in all three periods of time. I am consciousness that is present in all three periods of time. I am bliss that is present in all three periods of time. Because my nature is bliss, that is why we feel sad, we cry when somebody dies, because we don't remember that everybody is life. When we interact with people, we don't remember we are interacting with life. We think we are interacting with some individual who is looking different from us. We are actually interacting with life all the time. When we don't remember that, when the body drops off, we think that person is gone. That person is life, I am life, and I exist in all three periods of time. That person is nothing but life, and he or she exists in all three periods of time. So there is no death. Because of our loss of memory, because of the lack of right knowledge, because of the lack of abidance in that right knowledge, we think that body is only that person. And when that body drops, we feel very sad. If we realize the truth of myself, then we realize the truth of everybody else. We know that all that is only existence, and there is nothing other than existence that can exist. And so, when we know that, we will always be happy, because existence is joy. Existence is living is joy. That is why death does not give joy. The thought of death, the idea of death doesn't give us joy, because life is joy. Evam Satchit Ananda Swarupam Swaatmanam Vijaniyat. Know myself to be Sat, Chit, and Ananda. The nature of Sat, the nature of Chit, and the nature of Ananda. After explaining about my own self, your own personality, which is Sat, you exist in all three periods of time, you are consciousness, your nature is joy. So, when I see you, I feel happy. Because, why do I feel happy? Your very nature is joy. When I see you itself, I'm happy. So, that's the reason. Because you give joy wherever you go, because your nature is joy. And what is this universe? What is Maya is being explained in this next chapter. Very beautiful chapter. It's a very scientific chapter on what is Maya. After explaining what is I or who am I, Bhagavan Sri Adi Sankaracharya explains about 24 tattvas. This book is called Tatwabodha. So the tattva of I has been explained as Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Now, other than that I, what are the 24 elements that exist in this whole universe is being explained. Atha Chaturvimshati Tattva Utpatti Prakaram Vakshyamaha. We say, when Adi Shankaracharya Bhagavan does not say, I say, Vakshyami, he does not say, he says, we says, because he is not talking as an individual, he is talking as the line of Guru Parampara from Sadashiva Shankaracharya, from Sadashiva Samarambha, and all the rishis who came in the lineage, and Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankaracharya himself quotes from the wisdom of the Gurus, from the wisdom of the Vedas, and then he gives it forth. Atha Chatur Vimshati. 20, Vimshati is 20, Chatur is 4. 24 Tattva, essences. Tattva means like elements. In the periodic table we study gold is equal to Au or aurum, or lead is plumbum, all these things we study. Lead, Pb, cannot be Au at any point of time. And Fe or iron can never become Pb, because it is an element. In the same way, these 24 things which he describes cannot become anything else. Chaturvimshati Tattva Utpatti Prakaram, the method in which these 24 elements came, we are going to explain. Who is the we? The whole Guru Parampara. The whole Guru Parampara is speaking through the voice of Bhagavan Sri Adi Sankaracharya. The first thing among the 24, he says, Brahmashraya Sattva Rajas Tamo Gunatmika Maya Asti. He says existence, Sat. Now he says Maya Asti. It is. Bhagavan says there are not two existences, but Maya is also part of that existence. Asti. Maya is. What is Maya? That which is Brahma Ashraya. She has, Maya is, the word is in the feminine gender. It doesn't mean it's a woman. Or Brahma doesn't mean it's a man. That word is a masculine gender word. Maya, the word is a feminine gender word. Maya Asti. Maya is. How is this Maya? Brahma Ashraya Maya. Brahma means consciousness, awareness. Brihatvat, that which is present. Actually, quantum physics is getting very close to all this truth, but still it's talking from the experience of the world from outside and not from the point of view of I. It is talking from the perspective of the seer and the seen, and not as the seer itself. Only Vedanta has so far spoken about the seer from the perspective of the seer, as it is, as he is, or as she is. That seer is the Brahman, the Atman. Atma and Brahma are one. Atma, when we refer to the seer within this frame of the body, Brahman is a seer that is present everywhere in this universe. Like the space is present everywhere, in this body also there is space. So even though body is occupying the space, we don't say this space inside this body is different from the space outside the body. The space is one, this body is in this space. In the same way, Brahman is one, you as an Atma, I as an Atma are in this conscious space called Brahman. Brahmashraya, that Maya is dependent on Brahman. She's taking refuge in Brahman. Because of Brahman, Maya is existing. Brahmashraya, Maya Asti. Maya is. Maya exists. And what is her nature? Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Gunatmika. Atmika means her own form. Atma means I. Rajas, Sattva, Tamo, Gunatmika, Maya Asti. Maya is, her nature or her personality is made up of Sattva Guna, Rajoguna and Tamo Guna. Very beautiful explanation given by Bhagavan Sri Adi Sankaracharya. And from this Maya came the 5 elements. Tataha, Tata Akashaha, Sambhotaha. From Brahman, because Brahman is there, Maya is also there. Okay, from Maya, whose nature is Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, Akasha Sambhotaha. This whole space manifested. From the space, Vayu or air manifested. Akashat Vayuhu Vayoho Tejaha Tejasa Apaha Adbhyaha Prithvi. In any scientific text to my knowledge, this description of how this universe has come has never been explained. They said the earth was formed millions of years ago. How was this earth formed? The guessing theories are Big Bang theory, Just because one planet and another planet banged against each other, collided with each other, this earth formed. It is just like saying this mobile phone and this water bottle collided with each other and a big universe manifested. It's not possible. It's not very feasible. Here is a very, very scientific explanation. Maya is a power of Brahman. That power is of three types. Sattva, meaning very quiet, very calm, very brilliant. Rajas, very dynamic, very agitated, moving, expressing, manifesting, showing, throwing, all that is Rajas. Tamas is staying in a state of indolence, staying in a state of stupor, staying in a state of inebriate condition, is tamas. So, from these three qualities came this element called akasha or space. From the element of space, when the element of space, the rajas is there, because Maya is there, all the three elements, sattva, rajas and tamas, are there in everything in this universe. In space, there is sattva. There are certain spaces where there is brilliance expressed. There are certain spaces where you go, there is a lot of agitation is there. There are certain spaces where you go, you feel very dull and you feel very sleepy. So, where there is agitation expressing, through that space, air is expressing. Air has got more agitation in it, and it has also got sattva, which means the quality of existence. Everything is existing, so everything has got sattva guna. And then it has tamas also, very dull and stuporic, indolent time also air is expressing vayu. And then from vayu, you have tejas or fire. Fire has got more rajas, the guna of maya. Fire has got existence as sattva, which is a guna of maya. And fire has got tamas also. After it gets extinguishes completely, there is a time when fire cannot express, even when the wood is containing the fire, it cannot express, it becomes indolent and it dies down. That is called tejas or fire, and heat and light. And then from this fire, abhyaha, water comes. Tejasa apaha. From this fire, water comes. From heat, water comes. And from water, earth comes. All this whole evolution process, you can do it as a laboratory experiment and see. In your own kitchen, you take a vessel. So, sattva, brahmashraya, maya asti. There is Brahman everywhere. Brahman means there is awareness. Because there is awareness is like our mobile phone field. What is it called? From the tower, you get the signal. The signal is present everywhere. Our awareness is, Brahman is present everywhere. It is like the Wi-Fi zone, that's called the Brahman. And then in that Wi-Fi zone, there is the power. Sometimes the power is very strong. Sometimes the power is very weak. Sometimes the power is very moderate. That is called Maya. Without that Wi-Fi zone, this 3-power Maya cannot exist in that Wi-Fi zone. Brahmashraya, Maya, Asti. So we will leave the Wi-Fi zone. We will come to Brahman. So Brahman is everywhere. In that Brahman only, you have the kitchen, and then you have the stove. You can talk of it as the gas stove. Okay. In that Brahman, the gas stove is existing. That is only Maya Shakti. Sattva, Rajas, Tamo, Gunatmika, Maya. Everything that you see in Brahman is the power of Maya. Whether it is a gas stove, or whether it's a vessel of water, or the vessel itself, or the lighter or the matchstick. Everything is a modification of that power of Maya. And your own self, the person who's standing there and doing this experiment. So you take a vessel of water and you keep it on the stove. Now you have seen Brahman, you have seen Maya. And then this Maya produces Akasha. the Sattva Guna aspect of Maya. Existence, you say you cannot see anything in the space, but you say space is. If you don't say space is, when you travel in a crowded MTC bus in Chennai, and when people are pushing you and jostling with you, they don't give any space to move. You make your own methods to get your own elbow space. You keep your hand like this. You spread your legs apart and stand. You keep your elbow behind so that the other person does not get close to you. So you know that space exists when you don't get space in an MTC bus or in a metro train, whatever it is. So from Maya, Akasha comes. So Akasha, space is there. In that space only the vessel is there. Space is contained, the vessel contains space, and the vessel is contained in space. In that space only you pour water. Akashat Vayuhu. Now you light that stove when in the space there is steam coming. When you light, we'll come to that later. When you light the stove, the water begins to boil. The steam is coming. It is moving about in space. Akashat Vayuhu. From space, Vayu or air is coming. When steam begins to move, you see the steam engine or anything, whether it's a bike or anything, because of the presence of some battery power, ignition is happening. Because of the air's movement, there is heat is generated in that vessel. Of course, we are creating the artificial heat, but when you talk of it from the terms of the formation of the movement of air, the formation of heat in the atmosphere, and because of the formation of heat, how water is generated, and because of water generation, how earth is generated. So when this water begins to boil, there is heat. When more and more heat is generated, the water rises up and condenses and forms steam. And when all the water has risen up, we will see the sediments that are there in the water will be there in the bottom of the vessel. So from the Adhyaha Prithvi, the sediments are the representative of the earth element. The water is coming out of the steam and from the heat, and the heat is coming out of the air, and the air is coming out of space. So this is, in a nutshell, the formation of the whole universe. The next next Sunday session, we will see how the three qualities are emerging: the Sattva Guna, the Rajo Guna, and the Tamo Guna. Because of the three qualities, what are all the evolutions that are possible in our own physical human body? We will look at it in the next session. From tomorrow, for next 5 days, we will have Yaksha Prashna from Mahabharata. So please stay tuned from 6:30 to 7:10 p.m. Om Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kasyat Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Bole Shri Satgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Har Namah Parvati Pataye. Har Har Mahadeva. Hari Om.